Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And we are in for a very interesting day. Certainly, it's going to be some pretty strong language, so I want to warn you up front about that because there's this person's guardian angel came through, and I have to respond to that, them, and just allow this information their guardian angel is bringing through me, not only for the individual who asked the question, and I'm going to read you the question in a moment, but it's for everyone at this time. We are in an incredibly important time of reset. And just give me one moment. It looks like I got a bit of a bug on my lens here. Hang on. That's a little better. So yes, let me get to the sharing this out. And remember, if you really enjoy the content of these lives, and believe me, they're going to get getting livelier and livelier because the importance of this time, there's those really interesting rays of light. Let me see if I can shift this a bit. Excuse me. Let me try and change that a bit. Change that a bit more? It does. Good. All right, here we go. Not completely. Can't get rid of the light. The light is eternal, folks. The light is eternal. So I'm going to just share this video out to various places. It's important you understand that I really, really appreciate your questions. And this is the first time that a question has been asked that somebody else's guardian angel came in and said, you have to answer this question, so that they understand, and many others understand. Now, their guardian angel refused to divulge his name to me. He is definitely male, and I want to thank the person that sent the question. Quantum 369 is the person that sent the question. I want to say thank you for that question. It's going to be very interesting 45 minutes to an hour today. For we are in for a great reset for our minds, But I want to now read the question that this person sent, because it's important that you experience the question as well. And again, I'm not often, I look over questions fairly quickly. I answer them as best I can, but very rarely has this ever happened. So let's get into this. The question that Quantum 369 asked was, what if we want to leave this body and go home? What would be the reason for still having a body if we don't want to be here anymore? Should we not just be able to leave? I had communion with the all for 4 months. In other words, he went into a state of oneness. This is what his guardian angel told me. He went into a state of total connection to all that is. For 4 months, constant communion. It was pure bliss. Now it's gone, and I don't know why or how to get it back, or what I'm supposed to do here anymore. All I feel is pain and loss, overwhelming grief, no love from family here, total absence of the joy I felt. My soul feels shattered, and I don't know how to regain that frequency. Well, your guardian angel, you're going to get an answer to that question that you ask and you shall receive. So your guardian angel came to me early this morning. My guides told me you were going to be answering this question. Well, I expected they would come, my guides would come in and we would address this question. But no, your guardian angel came in this morning and said, it is time to reset your mind. You were given the awareness of what awaits you through the effort of your own effort to realign yourself to that all that you are. But you cannot be expecting the gift to be given to you if you have not earned it. We simply gave you a taste of what is available for all of you. And what we said to this one is it is time to tell people that they can reset their minds and they can reset their emotions. And this is important to understand. Anyway, your guardian angel also says for you, you got to get the hell out of the way of your suffering. You got to learn to reset those emotions. You can't let them run on by their own like this. You're capable of changing these. So the other thing is that this information that's coming through today isn't for just quantum 369. This is for everyone that is in a highly charged negative emotional state. All of you light workers, and I know a bunch of you because I've been in touch with you, that are thinking, why can't I just leave? Why can't I just exit from here? It doesn't work that way. You came here to master creating. You came here to learn to understand energy. And you manufactured that body so that it would be compatible with who you are as a soul. And your body and your mind have control mechanisms, and you have to frickin' learn to run them. You have to learn to run the system, not be subjective to it, and not be subjective to the system around you. It's time to reset your mind, and your emotions. It's not going to happen on its own. It will not happen on its own. You are responsible for the emotional energy in your mind. You are responsible for the thoughts in your mind. And that in turn is what is affecting what is occurring around you in this world. It is time to reset your mind and stop playing around. Stop deferring the responsibility you have over your mind. Now, there are considerations that I want to make certain to get across to each of you. One of those considerations is, are you feeding your body properly? For there are emotional conditions that can arise when your body is threatened through improper nutrition, dehydration, mistreatment, inactivity. Your body can generate emotional states in order to get your attention so that you will take care of the damn thing. Your body needs you to take care of it. It can't take care of itself. It's not supposed to take care of you. You are supposed to take care of it. And so it is time that you begin to do this. Are you taking proper care of your body? Because it will tell you, it will send you emotions. I want, I'm in pain, I'm suffering. It will tell you. Many of you have physical conditions that are effects of your laziness, that are effects of your poor eating habits, that are effects of your unwillingness to consider what you do to it all the time. You think that the exploration into drugs and alcohol and substances that harm it, they give you as an awareness pleasure, but they're not so good for your body. And then you expect your body to give you back pleasant feelings when you abuse it? Does this make any sense? To abuse someone and expect them to love you? That's nonsense. And so, to reset your mind and emotions, you must take responsibility for your body. And I came through this one today to be very clear about this point. I will not reveal my name to any but the one that asked this question. He shall know my name. But it is clear you must understand that your body requires certain treatment in order for it to function in harmony with you. And you are responsible for it. Not your friends, not your family, not even the ascended ones. You are responsible for that body. And how do you treat it? Do you treat it with the light, the love that you would like to be treated by the divine? You sit in 4 months of bliss, and we know many of you, if not all of you, have experienced those moments of freedom. And yet you wonder, why am I not being loved? Why am I not hearing? Why do you not recognize when we speak to you? Because you are out of alignment. You must start with your body, because it will tell you if you are mistreating it. It will tell you, and all of you know this, but choose to deny that truth. You think there's something wrong with me. Me is not your body. Your body is your body. You are not your body. And you blame your body for your suffering and your negligence. This is wrong. This is irresponsible. This is disrespectful. For you came here to align your body to who you are so that you could manifest the conditions and contribute to this creation what you came here to contribute to the creation. Not simply to come here and get yourself off on the experiences of pleasure exclusively. You came here to experience the joy of your being a creation. And I won't waste my time coming here to liberate you from your own ignorance. You must do this. I will offer you the information. I will offer you suggestions and ideas, but you must choose. You must choose if you will take responsibility for this body. Now, I said to this one, it is about resetting the mind. And I have focused to this point on your body and the way you treat it or mistreat it. And that it will give you information in the form of emotion. I'm in pain. I need love. I need to feel good, because your body can only desire to feel good and avoid to feel bad. It's a very simple mechanism, which is why you created it, so you could do things simply here. Your body is not a complex mechanism. It's a very simple mechanism. What you think, what you do to it, affect it. And you, as the awareness, can transcend the effects of environment upon your body. You can transcend the effects of environment upon your body. You can learn to do this. All of you can learn to do this. When you make the changes necessary to put your body into vibrational alignment with you, and you stop messing around with the nonsense that harms your body and then blame your body because it's in pain because of your nonsense, which is silly, it is time. It is time for all of you to honor, give treatment to this body, deserving as much as you would like to be treated by us and many others that you've called upon. And so when you properly take care of the body, it will be in a state of natural bliss, which is in alignment with your natural state as a being of soul awareness, a spirit of universal light and love. Once your body is in that state of healthy bliss, it will be in alignment with who you are. There is no escaping. You cannot leave the body and expect to escape responsibility, for you will be brought back, because you cannot leave school without learning the lesson. And yet it's very simple. If it is not being treated properly, it will send you emotions. But once you've got the body into that place of alignment, where you've treated it with immaculate care, and you give it the light, the love, the nutrition, the activity that keeps it in its optimal state for you. When you got your body in that optimal state for you, then comes the resetting of your mind. You cannot just reset your body. You must also reset your mind. And you can't mess around with this time you have here. And you cannot escape the responsibility of it. And it can be extremely exciting. And you can spend a lifetime in bliss, not simply 4 months. You can spend a lifetime if you understand how to treat this organism and how to work with this delightful, creative mechanism, this interface between what you are as an awareness and your manifesting interactivities with matter. And so resetting your mind is not much different than resetting your body by doing what is right for the body. You must do also in the form of thought, in the form of idea, what is right for your mind, for your mind, for your mind. Many of you are struggling with these intense emotions, and this particular portion of what I have to say to you today is very important for those of you that struggle with these intense emotions that are not related to your physical health, because you do eat properly, you do have proper activity, you do take care of these things, and your body is in immaculate health, but you still have these emotions running around in your head like buffaloes stampeding you. We can assure you, I can assure you, that there are no buffaloes stampeding you, but there is an unruliness in your mind that has been allowed. It has either been taught to you, you've been taught or shown how to be fearful, you've been taught or shown how to be angry, you've been taught or been shown how to be depressed and sad, and you ingest things, you bring things into your mind that make it dirty and filthy. And it's a most immaculate instrument. And so you move up to this state of bliss and you come back down. You go, oh my God, I want to get out of this. This is a mess. But you don't want to clean up your mess. You want somebody else to do it for you. No one else will do it for you. No one else will clean your mess up. There are those in this dimension and those outside of this dimension that will assist you in this process if you are open to ending your suffering and willing to take responsibility for what you need to do and think and consider in order to alter and change the mind, to reset your mind, to be in servitude to you, to be in alignment with who you are as you wish your body to be in alignment with who you are. And when your mind and your body are in alignment with who you are, your service will emerge. And so we come to this process of resetting your mind and your thoughts. And you must become responsible for your thoughts. And you must become responsible for those emotions, which are the energy. They're so intense sometimes, those emotions, aren't they? They are so intense sometimes for some of you. And you wonder, why are these so intense? Because you called forth great strength in your being. You are a very powerful being. And you call this energy in, and it is very powerful. And now you must learn to work with this energy. Yes. So, this energy of emotion in great abundance in your mind, whether you call it negative or positive, is your energy. And you must learn to work with the energy. And I have talked to this one today about this process called meditation, which is not simply sitting down and relaxing and breathing. It is a process, a deliberate process for being able to harness and utilize these emotional energies, to retrain them to be in service of you, to not allow your body and mind to be overwhelmed by them, to let your awareness take responsibility for them. There is not one emotion, whether you call it anger or depression or anxiety or guilt or shame or fear or joy or bliss or ecstasy, whatever emotional energy it is, you as the awareness are here to learn to utilize energy in service of your creative process, that which you came here to contribute to the world, that which you came to contribute to the world with your energy. You need energy to create. You need energy to affect matter. This is what emotion is. It is the substance to affect matter. And I won't waste your time on trivialities, because there's no trivialities when you understand that your energy, your emotion, creates changes in this world. And so you have these strong, powerful emotions. You must learn to work with them, integrate them, utilize them, repurpose them into service. To repurpose your emotional energy into service, as you must repurpose your body through proper nutrition, proper activity, proper fluids to serve you. And you must do the same thing in turn with your emotions. You must shape them and mold them lovingly, kindly, patiently, persistently, not, I hate this feeling. I don't want this feeling. Well, you are telling your own energy, I don't like my energy. You must take these energies, whether you call it fear or anger or guilt or shame or rage or whatever you call it, you must learn to take these energies and retrain them to be in service to your light. These emotional energies must be trained, as you must train your body to walk and to talk and to speak. Stop pissing around, being subjective to suffering needlessly. You are not suffering. You are light. You are love. You are not suffering. And so I say, in your process of learning to monitor and regulate and shift and change emotion, you will find you work your way back to this process of freedom to be as you came here to be. And there are simple things. simple things like not getting angry or frustrated towards your emotions, but recognizing they have to be repurposed. And how do you repurpose an emotion? How do you change this feeling of depression? Do not engage in it. Be aware of it. Communicate differently to it. Do not attack it. So many of you feel these uncomfortable feelings and you want to attack it, to get rid of it. You want to get rid of your energy. This is ridiculous. You need that energy. It is just energy. You can give it any label or name you choose. You can give it fear or anger. It is simply energy. I feel anger. It is just energy. I feel afraid. It is just energy. I feel ashamed. It is just energy that you can learn to change, to alter in how it serves you. If you stop attacking or running away from these emotions, you cannot run away from your energy. It's yours. You cannot run away from your suffering energies. They're yours to be transformed, and you cannot escape them. Even if you choose to try and escape through leaving the body, you cannot escape the responsibility of what you are as a being. And you will be brought back to the lesson, and you'll be brought back to the lesson, and you'll be brought back to the lesson until you take responsibility. And so you feel these intense emotional energies, and you can learn to change them by how you interact with them. You can change them by how you interact with them. Instead of going, oh, I don't like this feeling. That is like if your best friend came up and said, oh, I don't want to be with you. No, you don't do this to your best friend. Why would you do that to your own emotional energy? No, you feel that discomfort, that depression, that anger. Oh, I'm willing to love you. I'm willing to befriend you. I'm willing to care about you. I'm willing to do new and wondrous things with you. You need to change your approach to these emotions, not simply avoid them or attack them, which is how most of you respond. And so I came very clearly with this purpose today, that I would give you the opportunity to realize that these conditions of bliss that you are all seeking, because it is your natural state, bliss and freedom and wonder and creation, this is your natural state. But in the process of becoming naturally who you are in mind and matter requires that you learn how to work with the mechanisms. These are mechanisms that you use. Like an automobile, if you did not know how to drive a car and were put behind the wheel of the car and told to drive it, most of you would not even know how to start it. But you could be shown and you could learn by pushing this button and that button or turning this thing or moving that thing. You'd see what happens. Well, your body and your mind are the same way. But what most of you do is, oh, this thing happens and it scares me. This feeling is scary. And you try to run away or avoid. I don't want to experience that. But you have to learn to use the mechanism because you came here for a reason, a very precise reason. And you cannot get to that reason in your mind. You cannot get to that reason in your body because you are the reason. But you must make your mind and your body an environment that is conducive to who you are so that you can express the being that you are as you are through a mind and body that reflects accurately the quality and nature of who you are. And that quality and that nature is bliss. It is bliss. If you could hear and feel the nature of who you are in this moment, you would feel the heartbeat of the divine pulsing through your awareness. And you could feel that same awareness pulsing through your mind and your body when you align them to you. It is you that are here to do the work of spirit. It has already done this. It has created all of this for you to understand it and yourself. The realization that your emotions are merely non-physical energy that you brought forth with you in order to create changes in this material world affords you the opportunity to transcend the subjectivity that many of you have felt. You have been embodied in, some of you for many lifetimes, and certain human civilization for many thousands of years. And you have found in your ignorance to take responsibility of your emotional energy, certain changes have occurred in this condition of time and space that have not been very pleasurable. What you call resets, great global catastrophic events that are effects of your misuse of this energy. And science is now measuring these massive flows of energy through time and space that are unfolding, happening right now in your solar system. And how you are able to handle the energy determines the effect in time space around you. And that effect in time space does not have to be localized to this simple little molecule on which you find yourself existing in that even smaller molecule of a body. As you come to the awareness of taking responsibility for the managing of your emotion, you begin to move into the sphere of managing the energy of time and space in a much greater realm of influence. You wish to go among the stars, but you do not learn to manage your fundamental energy. And when you go out among the stars, there are different energies that you will experience in those little bodies leaving this planet, energies that your bodies and your minds are not trained to adapt to effectively, but which, when you are in control of your emotional energy, the adaptations of your body to changes in energy will no longer be a matter of dependence of the body upon the environment, for the environment will yield itself to the quality of your consciousness, your energy. Even the space, the magnetic field around your planet, such a small planet, can be altered with your energy. And there are many of you here are doing a very poor job of managing your energy. So many of you wish to defer your energy to a pill or to a drug or to food or to something that will give you more pleasure than the responsibility and the discomfort of taking responsibility over your energy. And yet this is the time. Ascension is mastery. Ascension is recognizing that through the utilization of the energy that you have brought forth with you is what you are here to master, to change and organize time space, to be a more friendly environment for your expansiveness, for your expanding into time space. You wish to leave this small molecule to know more about the existence of your being. And yet you have not learned to master the fundamental simplicity of your energy emotionally. And it is not because you are flawed. None of you are flawed. It is simply many of you do not wish to be conscious or aware of the responsibility and the capability that you have to organize and change the conditions of your emotional environment, and thereby altering and changing the conditions of your physical environment, whether it is on this planet or elsewhere in time-space. But you cannot go beyond what you are capable of doing. You cannot go beyond where you are until you are capable of being effectively where you are. And energy, emotion, is the substance that you use to expand yourself beyond the limits of what conventional law with regard to matter, time, and space understand. Your emotional energy is capable of orchestrating great change in the conditions of your physical environment, both positively and negatively. And we've watched for many times how your civilizations have risen and fallen through the misuse and misunderstanding of the nature of your consciousness and the way you use energy as emotion. You often have gotten entrapped in your fear and your suffering and your guilt and your shame, and created results, the collapses, the falls, and the rises of civilizations. You've done this. Your history shows it. You know this, and you all know this right now. It's why so much confusion is going on your planet right now. Not because there's something wrong with you, but because you've not understood the fundamental creative process. That even the movement of a thing as massive as a galactic current sheath coming into your solar system to cause planetary changes, your energy can transcend even this, the effects of it. But you've not done so well in these last 72,000 years. You must understand, when I came to this one, it was this simple truth, that you must take responsibility for resetting your mind and your body to be in alignment with who you are. The bliss, this one that asked the question and I came forth in response, spent 4 months in bliss so that he could get a taste, an understanding of knowing what he is capable of experiencing, capable of creating, as are all of you, capable of creating your bliss. And the creation of your bliss is not localized to your body. It will expand out and affect others. And so, this one knows now that in the deliberate choice of reharmonizing his body, his mind, and his energy to represent who he is, who you are, gives you the opportunity to return to what some call the Godhead, the divine place that is here and now with you, but it requires you be willing to be responsible. Responsible for this. I am honored and privileged that I get to allow this to happen. So Quantum 369, I hope you got your guardian angel's message. I keep trying to get his name and he refuses to give me his name, but he says he will reveal himself to you as you get into alignment. Those emotions, that despair you feel is not who you are, and your desire to want to escape the body is not going to work. You'll end up coming back and having to deal with it. The emotions you're feeling, it's not about what you've lost, it's what you've gained. You've gained an awareness of the Godhead that is you. You spent 4 months in incredible bliss. Wow. I got to spend a month in that state many, many years ago. Never understood it at the time. I've certainly learned to understand it since my guides and angels have been talking to me. I've certainly gotten to understand a lot more about our responsibility over mind and body. Anyway, be aware that as you start to transcend the subjectivity you have to those emotions, the emotions are just energy. They really, really are. And you can avoid them, you can deny them, you can sedate them, you can medicate them, you can eat them out of conscious awareness, but you're never going to get away from the reality. They're your energy that you need to learn to transform, transmute, and transcend, and put it into a process that begins to serve your divine being, who you are. And so take the time, instead of attacking your depression or avoiding your fear or getting away from your depression or whatever the emotion is that you're dealing with, stop trying to avoid it. Really. I know I heard you. He's swearing, and I'm really resistant because this guy would have been dropping the F-bomb the whole time if I just let him cut loose. So I've kind of like said, no, I don't want to. But like he said, stop fucking around. Literally, stop fucking around and attacking those emotions. Stop it. Start loving those emotions. Transform those energies to serve your light. Escape. There's no escape for any of us. We have to take responsibility for what we are. There's no escape. And yeah, thank you. This has been such a gift. So I also want to encourage any of you too, any questions you have about this, please remember to leave them in the comment section after the video has been posted as well. Because the other piece of information I was told by John, John's my guardian angel. He's been with me since I was about 20. He says longer, but I remember him since 20. And he says it's very important that you understand the responsibility that you have for this. I missed that again, didn't I? Yes, I did. That it's really important you understand that you are not here to suffer. You are here to manifest creation. You are here to consciously create with this limitless intelligence that is you and works through you. And the emotional energy that we all have is the substance, the stuff that we use to create with. And please leave your questions, your comments in the comments box after. Remember to like this video. How many we got here? We got 41 of you here. Please give this video a thumbs up. This information is imperative for people that are suffering, who don't understand that their suffering is them getting in touch with the very energy that they need to learn how to master. They need to learn how to master this energy. It's not going to master itself. Emotional energy will not master itself. You have to deliberately and intentionally learn to work with it. Let's go into something here. I'm gonna jump into the questions and answers. And again, I want to thank. He won't give me his name. I'm going to thank your guardian angel for the presence of his wisdom here with us today, and the others that have been with me. For there are many others engaged with human souls right now, that are non-physical beings, that we can tap into their awareness, their energy, and learn and receive from. As Quantum 369 did, he tapped into their frequency. He said, "Here, feel this," and he spent 4 months in bliss. And now he comes out of that. He's been in school, so he now knows what it feels like. Now he's got to do the work. He's got to apply the lessons of love, patience, compassion, peace, joy. Treat your body with love. Put it in alignment. There's certain fundamental things that all of us have to learn. Your body can generate. Your body is capable of giving you emotions of pain and sadness and guilt and shame when you mistreat it. You don't feed it properly. You don't exercise it properly. You medicate it too much. You put drugs and alcohol in it. You're harming it. You're harming it, and it's going to communicate to you with its fear and its pain, and it's saying, "You're hurting me." If you kick a dog, it screams, right? It's true. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. So let's get into some Q&A here. Wow. Thank you for these super chats, guys. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of you. You have no idea. And, if you really enjoy this, because I'm told that what's going to be coming through here is going to get really ramped up, because we're getting close to a tipping point that we can still avoid once we as a collective consciousness can get control of our spiritual power, which is our emotional energy. Emotional energy organizes matter. And many of you who've been coming to this show regularly know that this is a fundamental principle that my guides and angels have given me. That emotion is the fifth state of energy, and it organizes all matter below it. So the other 13 people, give this video a thumbs up. Please give the video a thumbs up as you're watching it now. And also, don't be afraid to leave your comments and questions, and subscribe to this channel, and click the notification bell so you'll know whenever I come live. All right. Here we go. Some questions from Nikki. Can you please ask Aphrodite on if she wants to tell me anything? Is there anything that she wants me to know and wants me to do for her? And is there anything she wants me to stop doing? There are many others with me here, and I would say to that, and is this accurate? Okay. Listen to what was said, review these words, review this information again, and you will know what you need to do. Alignment is important. Alignment is the most important. And so if you ask what it is I would suggest to you, it would be simply this: to align yourself, your body and your mind to the light that is you. And in that alignment, I will be present with you as I am right now. But this reset you must do, must be done by you. I cannot do it for you, nor can any of the brothers and sisters, the multidimensionals, do it for you. Each of us is responsible for the alignment of our own consciousness, our own energy. And then collectively, as we get into alignment with higher frequencies of energy, the creation process becomes more pleasing to not only the senses, but to your soul. And so check your alignment. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Great question, Nikki. Yeah, I'm having a blast. There are beings. It's going to be ramping up. I was warned yesterday. I said you're in for it. The next from this point forward, we're all in for it. They're not going to waste any time with us. They're going to be coming down hard on us to take responsibility for our energy. You know, you can't hide in a bottle. You can't hide in drugs. You can't hide in poor eating habits. You can't hide in dehydration. You can't hide in caffeine anymore. You can't escape responsibility. And you can't put the responsibility for your well-being on a drug, a pill, a bottle. That's what you're doing. You're denying, you're being like a little child. You're being irresponsible. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be responsible for my fear. I don't want to be responsible for my guilt. I don't want to be responsible for my anger. So I'm going to drink this pill and take this drug, and I won't feel those feelings, but you'll never escape them. Your body, if you're hurting it, will not stop giving you messages. If you ignore a child that wants food, it will keep crying until it gets food. And even if you hit it and swat it, eventually it will cry more. So you can continue to abuse your body. Anyway, it's going to get really intense, guys. It's going to continue to get intense like this, where they will not let up until you stop letting up. Stop letting up on yourself. Stop trying to escape. Great questions. Wow, I'm so glad you heard that. Wow, thank you for that. Really appreciate it. A question from Luis de Luna. Am I supposed to keep this dog? My neighbor threw it out twice because doggy doesn't listen. That's because somebody doesn't listen. If you want a lesson in learning to listen, but also learning to love, to properly and lovingly discipline, this dog is simply trying to get you to listen. But they don't want to listen, so they throw it out. They don't want to be any more responsible for the dog anymore. They want to be responsible for their own health, their own happiness. They want the dog. They expected the dog to make them happy. Isn't that stupid? Isn't that stupid to get a dog or an animal because you want to be happy rather than learning to be happy? Then you put the responsibility for your happiness on that dog. That's what that neighbor has done. They put the responsibility of their happiness on that dog, and when that dog doesn't be the way they want them to be, they punish the dog. That's like treating your body. If your body's dehydrated and it's wanting to drink alcohol to try and get water, and you get angry at it for drinking too much alcohol, and yet the body's only doing what it can do, right? So anyway, the dog will be a good companion for you if you're here to love. If you're expecting the dog to be for you what you cannot be for you, then do not get an animal. You get an animal because you want to share the experience of love with another being. You're not trying to get from them. You're here to take responsibility to give to them. It's like having a child. A lot of people have children thinking, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be a better parent because I have a child. No, the child is a new being. You're here to take care of it, to be responsible, to teach it love, to teach it joy. In order to do that, you have to be that. So many people try to get pets and drugs and things to try and find fulfillment. No, you are here to give, not here simply to take. Wow. Yeah, sorry, I don't know who that was, but he's still hanging around. Wow. Sorry, these questions are coming so fast, guys. I'll do my best. I'll scroll down and make sure. Thank you so much for Janine. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah. Just looking for questions here. Going down. Real class. Oh, wonderful. This is so wonderful. Yes, thank you so much for that, Janine. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. Question from Janine. Do I need to leave my husband to follow my path as a healer? Let me just tune into that here for a moment. Wow. First, I don't know who this is. She's female, and she's saying, stop thinking of him as your possession. or you as his, what would be very prudent is, are you being all that you can be? Are you being less than you should be because you think that this one requires you to be a certain way in order for you to experience what you call the love you require from him? You don't require love from anyone. You are love. The choice to leave or stay is yours. It's exclusively yours. The desire you have to be fulfilled is really the issue here. This has nothing to do with this other being. You can fulfill your expression whether you are with someone or not. They are not responsible for you choosing to be or do what you will choose to be or do. You are. Will you take responsibility? Will you take responsibility for being a healer? For you can be a healer anywhere. It is your nature, if you choose to be that, it is your nature to heal wherever you are. Do not make the choice to be what you are somebody else's. You're making this one responsible for whether or not you will be a healer. This is a very poor use of your time. Be a healer. It is not something you have to become. Be it. You are it. Be it. Do not make it contingent upon anybody else. You cannot make others responsible for your life. Great question, by the way. It is really true, isn't it? Like getting to that place where we take full responsibility. Wow. Just scrolling down here. Question from Janine. Is Metatron my guide? He says yes. He says he does work with you. Message for her? He's saying something about the rhythm of a drum. He's saying something about the rhythm of a drum. There's a rhythm of a drum that you actually, he's saying there's a drum. There's a drum. You need to get this rhythm. And there's a rhythm that will help you attune your body. He's saying this will help you attune your body to a more pleasing energy. But he's saying there's a very precise rhythm of movement with this drum that you can make. He says you'll know when you're finding the rhythm because first it will begin here, then it will go here, then it will go here, and then it will go here. You need only go 4 levels down, but the vibration must begin here. You will feel it, and then feel it, and then feel it, and then feel it. And when all 4 are in motion with the rhythm, you will find the alignment that you have been seeking. Then you will put the drum aside and then just stay in the energy of the alignment. And this is one of the few uses of external devices where you use a device to stimulate your awareness of what is within. It is also why many of you, unfortunately, use these things that are not good for your body because you seek to stimulate your love and your joy and your bliss. Wow. A little confusing day. For me, anyway, because I can feel them. Like there's so many that are talking at the same time. Question from SJK. Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you, SJK. Really appreciate that. SJK's one and Drusilla are my moderators here. So thank you, Drusilla and SJK for your work moderating. I'm sorry if I can't catch up to everything, but we do our best here. Yes, I'll take that. I got time enough for one more question, and there we are. Wow. Okay, question from Manoj Singh. I have low thyroid issues. They're already answering the question. No, you've got a low quality emotional issue in your subconscious mind. You got a low quality emotional energy in your subconscious mind that's affecting your thyroid. You need to raise that vibration from a low frequency up, Manoj. You want to raise that vibration up, find out whether it's fear or whatever it is in your subconscious field, you need to raise the vibration, that frequency up. Thank you, guys. Wow. remember, you came here very precise position. Wow, wonderful. Okay, guys. So listen, I want to say thank you. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Please leave comments that you have even after the video, after live feed stops. Please leave your questions and comments also in the video afterwards. If you've got a crucial question or a really like that question, Quantum 369, thank you so much. It was such a great gift for you to ask that question. And I want to say thank you to your guardian angel. He's such an amazing and powerful being. You're so blessed, as we all are, to have these multidimensional beings that are here, that we can learn to hear when we get in alignment with them. You know, we can get in alignment with them energetically. And he spent 4 months in total alignment to the bliss of these divine beings. And now he's got to do the legwork, the effort to get in. It's like you go into a plane with a pilot. You want to learn to fly, and he flies you around. You experience the wonder of flying, and you barrel rolls, and you go through that experience. Then you land on the ground, and then he says, "You want to do this?" He says, "Yeah." And then you say, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, you have to learn now how to fly a plane." And it's kind of like that for all of us. I want to say thank you, everybody, for today, for your time, your patience, and most importantly, your focus. Your focus is your life, and that means a lot. And get ready, guys, because this thing is going to really ramp up for all of us. If you want to know more about what I do, if you want to support this channel, you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. And we have some wonderful events for our patrons. But you can also, if you want to know more about what I do outside of this, you can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and learn a little bit more about the broader scope of what my guides and angels and the other multidimensional beings that I work with are doing for world service here. And again, thank you everybody for your contributions and your support today. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. It makes giving these messages very exciting and just allows things to be a little easier for us. So thank you so much. Have yourselves a wonderful, a joyful day. And I will see you all on Friday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Who knows what's going to happen then? But I know it's just going to keep getting more intense, and I'm grateful that it is. Bye for now, everybody.